Good morning. Uh, this is Ray Valdez again with my own comments on the issues that are adverse to our prosperity, to our security, the safety of our nation, and our government. And today, I'm looking at this almost $2 trillion that are being widely spent to some of the blue states that have kept lockdown and kept the business closed and so on. As a consequence, we are bailing out their governments. And that's not bad enough. What I see bad enough is who asked me and who asked the taxpayers of this nation whose children come out of college owing for bachelors $100,000 and cannot even get in schools because we have foreigners paying out of state tuition or out of the nation tuition, whatever you may call it, and that they pay 2-3 times as much as a child of a U.S. citizen. A U.S. citizen tries to get in the university and there is no quorum. He cannot get in because there is too many out of the nation students paying 2-3 times as much as I said. But the worst part of this $2 trillion that taxpayers are going to bear is that the fact that we are only getting $1,400 per person that will get that receive that $1,400 when we are dishing out $2 trillion. But what happens? Who asked taxpayers of this nation that we want to send billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars of hard-earned taxpayer dollars in this country to foreign countries in a time of crisis, a national emergency, safety and security of the nation, with an invasion incoming with illegal undocumented people, because the strategy of our new president, who is treasonous because he's in charge to secure our border and protect the citizens of this nation, and he is not doing so. On the contrary, so the president is attacking the citizens of this nation and the safety and security of our borders with his policies. Plus, those billions and billions and billions of dollars should be going to the thousands and thousands of businesses and small businesses that support the local employees, the little business that employs 10 people, 5 people, the business owner that sacrifices many years to put together that little business that now is closed down, that which he uses to support his family and the family of all his employees. That's where the money should be going, because that business owner, by the thousands and thousands and thousands in this nation, will not be able to reopen their businesses because the money that it takes, the credit, if they have to borrow money from a bank, will not be there for them to reopen their businesses or to open a new business. And that's the heart of the nation. Small businesses are the heart of this nation. And in this nation, everyone pays taxes. Everyone pays taxes. In all these nations that we are sending billions and billions and billions of dollars of our hard-earned taxpayer dollars, that nobody in Congress, no Pelosi, no Biden, no Harris, none of them are so freely handing out to other nations of the world. Nobody asked us. Nobody has asked us where those funds should go. It has not been put up to a local, state, or federal government, because those billions of dollars are desperately needed in this nation. Our infrastructure has fallen apart. Thank God for Trump that rebuilt our military, which is the safety and security of our nation, because we are always under attack because of the envy. We are the envy. This country is the envy of the world. Every city in this nation pay taxes, right? Okay, now your dollars are not going to go to educate your children. They're not going to go to rebuild our infrastructure. They're not going to go to create jobs or pay for your children's education. Your hard-earned tax dollars is being dished out by this administration and the Congress to by the billions of dollars to foreign nations where people do not pay any taxes. They don't pay taxes. Where the governments are all crooks and they're going to soak up those billions of dollars. They're not going to give the benefits of housing, health, education, economic development, none of that to their citizens. They steal that money and distribute it amongst the 5, 10, or 15 families, the most, that run all those foreign nations, especially in Latin America. Latin America is filled with government corruption, all crooks. Okay, so those people, the only option they have is to try to immigrate to the United States. Now, that line, registering, getting a visa, and so on, that's for the well-to-do. None of these people that live in the countryside, that the children go barefooted, that have no health and no housing and no education and no economic development in all those nations, they will not be able to immigrate to this nation. Why? Because we will not give them a visa. They won't be able to be self-supporting. They won't be legal. They won't be filing taxes, and so they have no relatives here to that will take them in and support them or be responsible for them if they immigrate to this nation, which they won't be able to. But the fact is, we taxpayers, the citizens of this nation, are not responsible for the corruption of those countries. Those countries got their own governments, their own people that run those governments, and they don't need us. They steal the money that we send them. And besides that fact, we desperately need this money today with the economic pandemic and with the COVID-19 pandemic. And we don't need to be exporting billions of dollars to foreign countries and to unnecessary organizations that are going to suck up also those billions of dollars that should be directed for our children's education, to get us out of the COVID pandemic, to get us out of being able to help those businesses, those people that lost everything because their businesses closed down and now they are on the bread line themselves. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have a president who is a senile, mentally incompetent, inept. No way. Okay, he can solely be in charge of the nation. Even Democrats want to take the red button away from him because they don't know how responsible he can be in an emergency crisis of the nation. Thank you. And remember, this is a globalist administration. That's the joint together of the anti-Trump Republicans like Bush, the Bush family, the Biden family, the McCain family, the Dick Cheney family, Halliburton, billions of dollars in boots and uniforms and arms and transferring, etc., etc. So all of that corruption that has been on for, the last, at least the last 3 decades, getting worse and worse every time. This is what they're looking for. They're globalizing our nation. They're socializing and globalizing your income, your taxes, and so on. And get ready. Get ready, because I told you before, first they'll come for your freedom of speech, which is already gone with the media and so on. Then they'll come for your weapons. Then they'll come for your business and your income, and then they'll close you down, and then they'll come for your children education, which is already, in play, and then they'll come for your children eventually. Yeah, they'll come for you, and forget private property, because there's a syndrome behind all of that, and to put it all together, that's what's going to be happening. Believe me, I might not see it, but you'll enjoy it. You'll get, if you don't move forward, if you don't step up, Biden is the least of my worries, because I think that the progressives, the socialists, and so on, they'll have their own war between Pelosi getting demoted and all of these people in there. They're going to run Kamala and Biden out of there, because they need a little more, a stronger action. You think that this is what's happening now? No. Wait till they really secure all the corners. The first ones out the door is going to be Kamala and Biden and all of them, because they don't need these people. They only use them as a transportation. They're a vehicle to get to power. That's all. That's all they are. And they'll be the first ones to go. Believe me.